At 70 years old, Mel Gibson stands as one of Hollywood's most controversial yet undeniably talented figures. A man who once seemed to have everything: fame, fortune, critical acclaim, and the love of audiences worldwide, but whose personal struggles and scandals have left his life story at this age feeling deeply tragic and heartbreaking. Rising to prominence in the late 1970s and early 1980s through his breakout role in Mad Max, and later becoming an international superstar with the Lethal Weapon franchise, Gibson was once considered one of the most bankable and charismatic actors of his generation, combining rugged good looks with an undeniable screen presence, and his transition into directing seemed only to add to his legacy, with the epic Braveheart earning him Academy Awards for Best Picture and Best Director, cementing his place in cinematic history. Yet behind the camera flashes and golden statuettes was a man wrestling with demons that would eventually overshadow his achievements. Throughout his career, Gibson's battles with alcoholism became widely known, with repeated stints in rehab and public incidents that tarnished his once untouchable image. And these struggles were compounded by highly publicized scandals, including shocking anti-Semitic rants and abusive behavior that caused a massive backlash, leading to his effective exile from Hollywood for years, an exile that many believe broke him emotionally and professionally. The tragedy lies not only in the damage to his career, but also in the broken relationships left in the wake of his actions, including his divorce from Robin Moore after nearly 3 decades of marriage, a split that cost him hundreds of millions of dollars and fractured the stability of the family life he once cherished, while subsequent relationships were marred by conflict, accusations, and bitter custody battles. Though he has attempted comebacks, directing the acclaimed Hacksaw Ridge in 2016 and returning to acting in various projects, the shadow of his past remains heavy, and the Hollywood establishment has never fully embraced him again, leaving him in a strange limbo between legend and outcast. At 70, Gibson faces the painful reality of aging in an industry that no longer reveres him, his once youthful charm replaced by the visible toll of years of stress, addiction, and controversy. And fans who once adored him are often divided, some still seeing the gifted actor-director who gave them unforgettable films, others unable to forgive the scandals that nearly destroyed him. Beyond his professional life, Gibson has also carried private burdens, including the challenges of fatherhood to 9 children, financial strains despite his wealth, and the quiet loneliness that comes from being mistrusted by the very industry that once crowned him its golden boy. Seeing him today, with his hair graying, his once fiery eyes dulled by time, and his career never fully restored to its former glory, is heartbreaking for those who remember the heights he once reached, because his story reflects both the fragility of human nature and the devastating consequences of personal mistakes. Mel Gibson's tragedy at 70 is not just about a fallen star, but about a man who had greatness in his grasp, yet repeatedly sabotaged himself. And while his talent remains undeniable, the weight of his past ensures that his legacy will always be haunted by controversy, making his later years a somber reminder that even the brightest lights can burn themselves out in ways that leave fans both saddened and reflective.